Hey everybody, welcome to What's Up Wednesday. When I pick the topics for these What's Up Wednesday addresses, I generally try to pick something that's top of mind. That means something that has come up in the past week or the past month that I think might be a valuable message to deliver. And I know back in June, I talked a little bit about social media, the use of social media, and the importance of updating your profiles. So when I look at social media, I think there are four primary social media platforms that people use. There are a lot more than four, but four primary. So for business, LinkedIn is obviously number one. For personal, I think Facebook is probably number two or number one on that side. And then you have Instagram and X, formerly known as Twitter. And I know that people use all four of them, but for the sake of business, I think LinkedIn is definitely the social media platform where people network for jobs, information, etc. And I think that it's a very valuable platform to be able to find work, which is what I want to talk about a little bit today. Now, the one thing that I will say is that there's a little bit of irony in the fact that I'm going to deliver this What's Up Wednesday via social media. And a lot of the people who probably need to hear these are not on social media, and therefore they're not getting this valuable information. So those of you who are, kudos to you. And if you know people who aren't, then, encourage them to at least create a LinkedIn profile. And as I've said in the past, update that thing. I see congratulatory recommendations from LinkedIn almost daily of people who maybe worked for us 8 or 10 years ago, but they haven't updated their profile, and it still shows that they're current employees when they've maybe had 5 or 10 jobs since they worked for us. So it's really important to create a profile and to go on there and update it. And I actually kind of have a rule of thumb or recommendation that you go in once a week for 15 minutes minimum, and you check to see if any messages, any connection requests, and things like that. And try to identify, and the nice thing is the algorithms within LinkedIn will do it for you, but identify at least 25 industry professionals who you want to connect with, and then send them connection requests so that they become a connection, not a friend, a connection. And the nice thing is that allows you visibility into the industry, and you're starting to build a network. Now, as we know, the job market's a very interesting place. There are a lot of different ways to find work. You can go to posting platforms like Indeed.com. You can go to job boards such as Monster, Career Builder, the American Society of Safety Professionals. There are a lot of different places you can go. But the reality is this: there are a lot of employers out there who are desperately looking for people to fill jobs. And there are lots of people out there looking for that employer, but they just can't connect with all the technology they have that we have available to us. They just can't seem to connect. And I think it's so important to be able to create that connectivity. And as we've said for generations, a lot of times getting a job isn't about the process of finding and applying for it. It's about who you know. And many of the jobs that I see on a regular basis are word of mouth. Yes, they may be posted somewhere, but the reality is that those jobs are found by job seekers because they're referred by somebody else. So take a look at that and think about what you can do to build out your network so that you have visibility to some of those jobs. I literally see announcements daily or shares by people of needs out in the marketplace for jobs. And there's really no reason that anybody in our profession should be unemployed at any time, because there is so much work out there. Now, if you know Intuitive Safety Solutions, our company, we're always looking for people because we have jobs coming up every week just out of nowhere, and they're usually rapid fill needs. We operate a little differently than a lot of safety companies, in that we want to vet everybody and make sure that they're a good fit, and we understand where they're going to fit before a job even comes in. So when we get a job opportunity, we take a look at all the folks we've spoken with and kind of categorized, and then we'll offer our jobs to those people, as opposed to a lot of safety companies who will either post a job or just look through resumes and pick somebody and go with them. And unfortunately, that formula often doesn't work because there's a lot of effort that goes into matching somebody to a job. And as I've stated in the past, it's really important for an employer to find an employee who kind of checks all the boxes of what they're looking for. On the flip side, it's just as important for the employee to find an employer who checks all the boxes that they're looking for. So I encourage you to build out that network. Keep an eye out for all of the jobs that are posted that are being spread by word of mouth. And obviously make sure that you have a professional profile picture, put all your about information in there, your contact info. Usually that's at least a personal email and probably a phone number, whatever you're comfortable with, but make sure you keep that profile up to date. Go out and spend 15, 20 minutes a week, adding 25 or more contacts, build that network to where you have 1,000, then 2,000, 2,500, 5,000, build out your network, and pretty much you're going to have access to anything you might need down the road. You need a subject matter expert in a topic, you could post something and somebody is going to recommend somebody, or they're going to say, hey, I can help you with that. And that power of network is incredible. And I encourage everybody to really embrace it and look at what you can do to build your own network. So hopefully you find that helpful, and we'll have another topic for you next Wednesday. Have a great week.